In Rengaju Sub-County, Kabarole District, a cold room facility installed in 2019 stands unused. It was part of the efforts to support Rengaju Modo Parish, a government-aided pilot site for rural transformation designed to help farmers preserve vegetables and fruits, prevent post-harvest losses, and to boost household incomes. However, 6 years on, the facility remains non-functional. Initially, the project stalled due to a lack of electricity in the area. 2 generators were provided to run the facility, but they were unsustainable because of the high fuel costs. While electricity has since reached the area, the facility cannot operate without a 3-phase power connection, which is still lacking.
The electricity you are seeing is going to the health center, and it is a single phase. Therefore, it cannot run the cold rooms. All these structures you see here, this one, the big one, was meant for cereals. There was for fresh vegetables, but we had a problem of electricity.
Farmers here grow perishable crops, including onions, tomatoes, cabbages, and fruits, all of which could benefit from cold storage. Without it, however, much of the produce is lost before it reaches the market.
When this project was started, it is a presidential initiative. He came here around 2016 there, and 2019 it started. But these people here, the Wananchi, were not really consulted, nor the political leaders around. And I hear it took around 32 billion. But we hear in words, we don't know exactly what it is.
Next to the cold room is a 27 billion shillings water supply project intended to serve 21 villages in the Modo parish. To date, 9 villages have no access to water. While some farmers close to the water source have benefited, those further away continue to rely on traditional water sources, limiting their irrigation capacity.
The last time we made some analysis, we discovered that 38% of the 300 are using water for production. Another challenge we have in the scheme is the mindset of the people. People have not yet grasped the whole idea that you can use these facilities to make money.
Also installed in 2019 under the NADS program is a 2,000-litre milk cooler, which, like the cold room, has largely remained idle. Farmers initially entered into an agreement with Tooro Dairy Cooperative Society Limited to manage the facility and buy their milk. However, the arrangement fell apart due to a delay in payment. Farmers withdrew their supply, abandoning the cooler. In 2022, the Rengaju Farmers Cooperative Society took over the facility to revive its operations. The cooperative is working to rebuild trust with farmers and resume milk collection.
We wanted to, our input shop, to put a section for vet, where they would get at least subsidized and good quality drugs for their cows. And you see, it is where the problem now lies, that our cows, the ticks cannot die because we have used fake drugs for so long.
However, it still faces challenges, including irregular power supply and lack of operational funds.
But now the generator cannot be used in a local setting in a sustainable way because it consumes a lot of fuel. And the profit margin that one gets from the milk cannot sustain now buying of diesel to run a generator. So now it becomes kind of a white elephant in the rural setting.
These projects, valued at over 30 billion shillings, were meant to support model farmers and promote value addition in agriculture. Instead, they have become symbols of underutilized potential.
It is the same thing with some maize mills that have been provided under CAIP, Community Agriculture Infrastructure Improvement Project, for both Kabarole and Bunyangabu. Government does not run business. So after constructing this infrastructure, it was handed over to the sub-counties to manage.
Across the sub-region, local leaders believe that delays in handing over these projects to entities with capacity to run them effectively have hindered agricultural development and affected the livelihoods of intended beneficiaries. A similar scenario is unfolding in Rubona Town Council in Bunyangabu district, where a 2,000-litre milk cooler has been under lock and key for 2 years. Residents say it was constructed in anticipation of milk from Rubona Stock Farm, but the supply never materialized. Also in the district, 4 agro-processing facilities remained idle for a long time. These include a coffee hauler in Kabarole Parish, Tooro Sub-county, a maize mill in Rimi Town Council, and another one in Tooro Sub-county. The maize mill in Rimi Town Council was established in 2016 through a partnership between the government and the African Development Bank to support value addition. However, it remained non-functional for almost 7 years due to a lack of 3-phase power. Recently, the mill resumed operations after a resident, Johnson Katuram, entered an agreement with the district leaders to manage the facility. With billions of shillings already spent in the Tooro Sub-region, farmers and leaders are urging government agencies to reassess implementation strategies, improve coordination, and ensure that such infrastructure is not only installed but also put to use. Betty Mudondo, NTV.